So sometimes when you're building a report or a dashboard, you really don't want to get too fancy. You just want to explain something in plain language to somebody. You don't want the charts, you don't want anything else. If you want that to update dynamically when your data updates, you have to actually build a formula to do it. But it's not as hard as you might think, and I think everyone should have this skill, because giving contextual information like this can make your dashboards so much easier to understand. So let's explain the process. It's not as hard as you might think. So the basic principle is actually pretty simple. You just type in your equals and then in parentheses put whatever text isn't going to change inside. Between those we have ampersands. Ampersands are basically just going to say join this text to this text next to it. And for our actual metric we're using the text operator. So in this case we're saying text, and in parentheses our first value is just clicking on the cell with the value we want, and the second value is just the formatting that we want. Now this formatting might seem a little confusing, but it's very simple. In parentheses, you're going to put any symbols you want, like a $sign or a parentheses, and you're going to put zeros where you want your metric to be. The zeros are just a placeholder. If you've got a percentage and you want to display it as a percentage, you can just put 0 percentage symbol, etc. It's not as bad as you might think. There's tons of documentation online from Microsoft explaining how to do those formats. So you stick those together and you have a line of text here, and whenever our table updates, this line of text will also update. And we've got a clear, concise explanation that matches the actual numbers in our table. All right, hope that helps everybody. Have a good one. If you want more like this, templates, all of that, I've got the free newsletter where I send all this out and help people learn how to start building better reports and dashboards in Excel themselves. Have a good one. Bye.